Chattanooga City Councilman Dennis Clark calls the budget a moral document, and he says his colleagues should see it that way as well. The council and Mayor Kelly's administration appear to be inching closer to raising pay for police officers and firefighters.
But as Local 3's Logan Dubel tells us from inside City Hall, the debate over who will pay for the raises turned fiery.
Other cities came up with a cost of living adjustment. We didn't. Why? What genius didn't come up with that idea? Because we'll be here again in 4 years. I'm not an economist, but I'm also not a dummy.
Rising costs but stagnant wages for Chattanooga's first responders. Local leaders all in agreement that they need a raise, with the most recent 2021 increase already outpaced by inflation. The city allocated $5 million from its already approved budget to support pay raises for police and fire, but that still leaves a gap with the $23 million the city needs. Chairwoman Jenny Hill trying to trim the fat.
It was hard. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I do think that if we made these cuts, I think we could come out stronger for it. I really do.
Hill suggests a 10% cut to the city council and mayor's offices and a closer look at funding for workforce programs and community development. Councilman Dennis Clark says that's just cheap.
How about we put a billboard that says, Chattanooga doesn't pay their fire and police. Are you safe when you come visit Rock City?
Just like the cost of living, property values are higher. Clark says holding the property tax rate is the answer. In his district, he says people are happy to pay more for their safety.
I want to say thank you to Councilman Clark.
That's less than all law enforcement agencies in Hamilton County, including the sheriff's office, where in an anonymous resignation letter posted Tuesday, a police officer said they're taking a new job. The officer writing, "If it were not for the concerns I have surrounding the pay, I would have no other reason for leaving."
We have asked these people to live in a city where we don't pay them to live here, but we ask them to protect us. Morally, I cannot stand for that.
In Chattanooga, Logan Dubel, Local 3 News.
Council members agree they shouldn't move on until they reach a solution and that debates should be kept off social media. Mayor Tim Kelly is taking a different approach to the need for first responder pay raises. He proposed a tax rate cut from $2.25 down to $1.99 per $100 of assessed value. This would be the largest property tax rate cut in decades, but would allow the city to keep up with inflation, which is up by 22% in the past 4 years.
When I came into office in 2021, that dollar today is quite literally, for on average, $1.22, right? So just to stay even, we would have to increase 22%. Should have mentioned by now, the fire and police at this point, I think, are a foregone conclusion. We have to do that. I think everybody here understands. We have to do that. But it's not just about that. It's about expanding the work of the chain breakers. It's about, again, paving sidewalks, deferred maintenance, building better neighborhoods, making government more efficient.
We have more on this proposal on local3news.com.